everyone. My name is Armenian and I am an occupational therapist from New York City. I'm currently pursuing my PhD in the Rehabilitation Sciences and Global Health at the University of Toronto. So I'm a Torontonian now. For over 7 years, I've been volunteering in Armenia, supporting children with disabilities in the regions or the Marses, and hosting workshops to local staff, family members, and caregivers. There was a growing demand for more resources and support, and so I founded Therapists for Armenia in 2019, and now I'm the executive director of this multidisciplinary nonprofit organization. We are a group of about 20 volunteers across North America, including the United States and Canada, with occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy backgrounds, all passionate about enhancing rehabilitation and disability services in Armenian communities. We aim to be sustainable in our efforts and work directly with our partners in Armenia and Artsakh to carry out capacity building, professional development, and advocacy initiatives. As mentioned several times tonight, the 2020 Artsakh War was a turning point in our efforts. From the first day of the war, I thought about ways to provide support remotely. 30 Armenian artists from across the globe sent us their drawings. We converted them into educational activities, and we printed and distributed 8,000 coloring books to children and families impacted by the war. We also created social stories about COVID, grief, losing someone you love, in order to help those with communication differences understand these complex events that were taking place. The healthcare system was overwhelmed. There were over 11,000 injured soldiers and civilians. Many of the rehab clinicians in Armenia and Artsakh were unfamiliar with these complex injuries, and many were pediatric clinicians volunteering to support this adult care. My team of volunteers created the first ever Armenian Rehabilitation Digital Resource Library that now has over 500 users worldwide on our website. We hosted 20 bilingual webinars during and after the war related to war injuries and interventions. We hosted the first ever post-conflict rehab conference with over 430 attendees from 8 countries. And this past March, we were able to engage in advocacy efforts, meeting with the physical therapy department at the Armenian State Institute of Physical Culture and Sport to discuss curriculum modifications and advocated for the inclusion of interdisciplinary care and collaboration. We also met with an NGO in Vanadzor, Equal Rights, Equal Opportunity, who are a group of disability self-advocates, and we exchanged resources to learn more about ways to engage in social change. I've published a book in Armenian and English related to occupational therapy and have donated over 1,000 copies across Armenia and Artsakh to educate about the importance of inclusion, adapting activities and environments so that everyone can participate. And this is all just to show that rehab services are a very diverse field. While medical providers do the important work of saving lives, rehabilitation is about maintaining quality of life. And one of our main pillars is to support rehab development in Armenia through professional development. And we've recently donated over 100 adaptive school supplies to the Lori Region Support Center, which assesses children with special needs and delivers services to over 44 schools. And we've had workshops about inclusion within the classroom, case discussions, and we are continuing to expand this initiative and have had requests from the Shidakh region and other Marses as well to provide this support. But our largest initiative thus far is co-founding the Interdisciplinary Rehabilitation Fellowship. This is the first Armenian post-professional program targeting post-conflict and adult rehab, as well as leadership skills. We are in partnership with the National Institute of Health in Armenia, and we have 30 fellows currently in the program, 26 from Armenia and 4 from Artsakh. And they're all participating in this 10-month hybrid program, and they will be graduating actually in a couple weeks. And it's the first program of its kind globally, so not just amongst Armenian initiatives, but truly the first ever of this type of initiative. So we're really excited to be able to support the leaders of rehabilitation in Armenia in order to drive development forward locally. We welcome you to visit our website using our QR code and following us on our different mediums. We are all full-time healthcare providers and volunteers, and donations help to support our mission so we can continue to make Armenia a more inclusive place with high-quality health and rehab services. I want to thank Akmal deeply for their generosity and their support, for valuing the continuum of care in all different ways, and a special thank you to everyone, to Ani Haserjan, who has recruited me into this community and made me feel very welcome here, and I appreciate all your support. Thank you.